How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. How to identify a narcissist at first sight. That's the title of this video. Identifying a narcissist at first sight can be challenging, but certain behaviors and traits can provide key indicators. Narcissism is a complex personality trait that exists on a spectrum. So it's very important to understand that not all narcissists display these overt signs, but they tend to share some common characteristics. The first impression someone makes on you might provide useful clues. It might provide useful signs. But it is more important to observe their actions and responses over time. Now, to identify a narcissist at first sight, number one, grandiose self-perception. One of the first signs of a narcissist is an inflated sense of self-importance. When you meet a narcissist, they often present themselves in a highly confident manner, even to the point of seeming boastful. They might talk about their achievements, possessions, or abilities in a way that feels excessive or self-congratulatory. It's not just confidence. They believe they are exceptional and they deserve special treatment or recognition, regardless of the context. The other way of identifying a narcissist at first sight is their constant need for admiration. Narcissists crave validation and attention from others. This need for admiration is typically evident in their behavior during initial interactions. They often fish for compliments, they try to impress or boast about their successes. A narcissist's self-worth is largely determined by how others perceive them, so they will make sure they're noticed and admired, especially early on. The other way of identifying a narcissist at first sight is their superficial charm. At first glance, narcissists can appear extremely charismatic and charming. Their magnetic personalities often draw people in quickly. This charm is often a tool to gain admiration or manipulate others. They tend to be excellent at making a good first impression by being highly engaging, entertaining, or even flattering, but their charm is often shallow and not backed by deep empathy or authenticity. To identify a narcissist at first sight, observe entitlement and expectations. Narcissists typically believe they are entitled to special treatment and that the rules don't apply to them. They may expect to be treated with excessive deference, whether in terms of preferential seating at a restaurant or special privileges in a social setting. This sense of entitlement may be subtle at first, but it often manifests in the expectations for others to cater to their needs. Now, narcissists lack empathy. Empathy is a crucial factor in identifying narcissism. Narcissists struggle to recognize or care about other people's feelings, and this may become clear in how they react to others. They might dismiss or belittle others' emotions or experiences. When you engage in conversations with a narcissist, pay attention to how they respond to the problems or concerns of others. If they seem indifferent, unsympathetic, or even irritated, it may indicate a lack of empathy. Narcissists are often preoccupied with their outward appearance and social status. They may focus heavily on how they are perceived by others, constantly checking their looks or social standing. When meeting a narcissist, you might notice them mentioning designer brands, expensive possessions, or their social circle of high-status individuals, signaling that they derive their value from external recognition rather than internal qualities. Again, narcissists have this disregard for boundaries. A narcissist's sense of entitlement often leads them to disregard personal boundaries. In initial interactions, you might notice that they interrupt conversations, dominate discussions, or invade personal space. They may show little regard for what others want or need, focusing only on their own desires or interests. This boundary-pushing behavior may seem subtle at first, but it is a clear indicator of narcissistic tendencies. Narcissists are often skilled at manipulation. They can twist the truth to suit their narrative, making others doubt their perceptions. In early encounters, a narcissist may subtly manipulate you or others to feel guilty or responsible for things that are not their fault. This behavior, known as gaslighting, is used to maintain control and keep others unsure of themselves, which boosts the narcissist's sense of superiority. Narcissists also tend to see others as tools for their own gain, rather than individuals with their own needs and feelings. At first sight, they might try to make you feel useful, whether by asking for favors or making you feel special. However, their interest in you is often self-serving, and once they've gotten what they need, they may discard you without a second thought. When a narcissist is confronted with criticism or feedback, they often react defensively, angrily, or by devaluing the person offering it. In the early stages of interaction, they may present themselves as flawless, and any slight questioning of their abilities or qualities will be met with an overreaction. They might dismiss criticism entirely or try to undermine the person delivering it, as their fragile ego can't handle being challenged. The other thing to identify on a narcissist at first sight is love bombing. A narcissist will try to win your affection or trust quickly through excessive flattery and attention. This tactic is what we call love bombing. It is often seen and it's practiced at the start of the relationship or friendship. The narcissist may shower you with compliments, praise, or grand gestures, making you feel special. However, this intense interest is not based on genuine care, but rather a desire to manipulate and control your perception of them. The other way of identifying a narcissist at first sight is them talking over others. A narcissist tends to dominate conversations, often talking over others and interrupting them. In initial interactions, this might seem like confidence, but it is a sign of their disregard for others' opinions or perspectives. They believe their thoughts and experiences are more important than those of anyone else, so they do not hesitate to assert themselves in every conversation. Again, narcissists are unwilling to share the spotlight. Narcissists tend to avoid sharing the limelight and often feel uncomfortable when others receive attention. If you notice that someone constantly tries to steer conversations or situations back to themselves, especially when the focus should be on others, then this is a red flag. Narcissists will often try to one-up others and ensure they remain the center of attention at all times. While a narcissist may initially appear charismatic and engaging, their relationships tend to be one-sided. They often exploit others to meet their needs without offering much in return. In the first moments of interaction, you might notice that their interest in you is driven by how they can use you rather than any genuine connection. If they seem to value you only for what you can do for them, that's a strong sign of narcissistic behavior. Despite their ability to charm and manipulate in the short term, narcissists typically struggle with maintaining long-term relationships. They often cycle through people, discarding them when they no longer serve their needs. If you notice that someone has a lot of acquaintances but very few genuine, lasting connections, this may suggest narcissistic traits, as their relationships are usually shallow and transactional. In conclusion, spotting a narcissist at first sight requires attentiveness to both their words and actions. While they may appear charming, confident, and successful, these traits mask a deeper, more concerning pattern of self-centeredness, manipulation, and lack of empathy. The best way to identify a narcissist is to observe how they treat others, their need for admiration, and how they handle criticism or setbacks. Over time, these behaviors will become more evident, allowing you to protect yourself from potential harm. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.